I've had a $10,000 week on Stan Store. I've had a $17,000 weekend. And every week, a little bit more is added to that total. I want to show you exactly how I'm doing this so that you can just take this information for free and hopefully you can do something with it. If you take 50% of the time learning about something and 50% of the time implementing it, it is a winning combination and a winning formula. So I'm going to show you what Stan Store is. If you're not familiar with Stan Store is this platform that lets you receive payments for digital products and services. And it's kind of like this all-in-one system. I really like it. I've just started using it a couple of months ago, but I've already reached the $100,000 mark. And you get like this plaque when you reach $100,000 on Stan Store. So yes, I've made a $10,000 week and a $17,000 weekend, but I also am announcing right now that I've already reached $100,000. So when I get that plaque, whenever it comes from Stan itself, I will show it to you. This is the front page of it. If you want to go to it right now with me so you can follow along, it's cool. It does have this freemium model. It has a 14-day free trial right here, which I think it works really well for Stan Store because you can get it spun up pretty quickly the same day. You want to do it today, you can, and you can start selling from it. Now, we're going to go through all types of questions that I know you may have about what do you sell on Stan Store? How do you set it up? How do you get people to see your Stan Store? We're going to talk about that today. This is the front page. Let's go to pricing right away so you understand what you're getting yourself into. Monthly pricing is $29 per month or about $1 a day. And you get all of this. You get a store. You can add coaching calls. That's what you can sell. You can have a course, and the course lives within Stan, which is really, really strong. That's most of where my capital came from with Stan. And then audience analytics. The analytics are pretty good. The Instagram auto DMs, pretty cool to have that. So if you've ever used mini chat or if you've ever been on Instagram and someone says, say this word in the comments and I'll send you dot, 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 this lets you do that, which is pretty darn cool. And I like it. I keep my mini chat account just because I have different words already set up that way. But if I didn't have them already, I would just go straight to Stan and just take the place of it, to be honest. You can have a community within Stan. I highly recommend that you do your community on School. School is the platform for that, in my opinion, but it has the ability to do that. I don't think there's enough network effects here on Stan for it to work that well. But it has that ability. Let's say you have private clients who don't want to be in a school, you could do something here. You can do webinars, which is like you presenting to many people, to you, and a lot of people are there, or a few people are there, and therefore you can charge an amount and multiple people can come in rather than it being that one-on-one. You can do digital products, which is like PDFs, eBooks, the list goes on and on, checklists, the list goes on and on. You can also link to somewhere else, and I'll show you in a moment how I use this as like a mini hub for me. It's like my mini hub website to not only have these paid items, but to link off to other things that people might see, because you're going to see I get a lot of visitors, but not all of them are going to pay for something. So you still want to have them have a chance to go somewhere else. It's one tap checkout, pretty seamless. You can do lead magnets and email lists. This one is big. This one is really, really big. You can take emails, you can have your lead magnets, something where you're giving away a freebie and you're collecting emails, and then you're able to email people and nurture that list. And that is going to be one of the most important things that you ever do when you have a business. I talk about in my first book, It's About Damn Time. There's a chapter in it where I talk about how one of the few regrets in life I have is not creating a mailing list for an audience that I had years ago. And I don't know how to reach them. I don't know, some of them find me, but it was a strong audience. And I just didn't think to create that list, but it would have been a mega list by now. So I definitely do that today. And this helps you do it pretty seamlessly. And then there's a custom mobile app. I use the app probably 40 to 50% of the time. It doesn't have everything, like you can't upload things in a certain way, but it definitely, if you want to check, if you get those notifications that someone just bought something, those are pretty cool on the app. It's really, really robust and very sleek. And then there's great customer support. I've liked their customer support. And then you can also have, in addition to having the community, you can have subscriptions and memberships. There's a ton that they throw in. I don't use all of these features because I'm only using the ones that work for me, and that's what you could do. Now, if you want to do the 99 per month, you get all of that, plus you get to do these marketing flows, which means, okay, you have the email list. Now you can set it up to automatically email someone a certain amount of minutes, hours, or days after they sign up. So you can have this nurture sequence, which is really, really robust. You can do discount codes and upsell offers like a funnel, which is really kind of how, big business works. It's if you want to go to that next level, I'd highly recommend it. And even if you try it for a month, and see if it works, see if it helps you, I think it's worth it. Affiliate links, people can do affiliates. I've had a little trouble with the affiliate links. It's not super clear to my affiliates how to use it. I think that could be better. And then pixel tracking. So if you do ads, paid ads, you want to have a pixel that you can put into like a Meta ad or something like that, or a YouTube ad, so that you know when your ad converted or when somebody landed on the page. That's what those pixels would be about. So these are the two options after your free trial. The 14-day free trial, I think, is very well worth it. So I just wanted to show you what you were getting yourself into. And then I'm going to log in and see if that's, yeah, logged in pretty quickly there. Look at this, last 14 days, $46,000. So I'm not going to talk about that because I want to talk about something more specific. I want to go to a custom. And I want to go to July 12th through the 14th. That was a one weekend where I made $17,000. I had 348 visits, and 111 people purchased. So that's pretty crazy. But you see, it was a big jump in how many people purchased. So I'm going to tell you how I did it so that you can replicate this. You are not necessarily going to make this much money, but you can replicate the steps that I took to see if that's something that you could do. So let me see if I can find the page that will give us the real information. Okay, so if you go back to here, July 12th through the 14th, 2025, this on July 12th, I had 32 sales. The next day I had 40. The next day I had 39. And it's going to tell you where people came from and then where people went. So they came from YouTube was the number one. 172 people that they were able to track came from YouTube. The other, I don't know what other means. I never know what it means. Maybe it's email, maybe it's something they can't track, right? Then Instagram, 49 people came from Instagram. Google, 13. That means that I didn't even have anything to do with that. That's just them finding it with the SEO because Stan helps you with that. Directly, I don't know what the difference of that is. And then Stan Store itself, they were on the Stan Store website and there's something that brought them there. Then where did they go? So most people landed, this is just visitors, landed on my Get Paid on YouTube from Day One course. And then there were other places they went. And I want you to just take a note of the 7-day free trial, Arlan's All Access, and Prop Shop. These are not sold on Stan. They are listed on Stan. So we'll come back to that. But this is why I made $17,000. This Get Paid on YouTube from Day One course that I had. And I'll show you the actual numbers. So 110 orders, 12.3% conversion, pretty awesome. And then 16,850. Let's do the math really quickly there. And I don't have to do the math because I know exactly what I did. So what I did was, well, I'll show you. So the book one-on-one call, 7 views for that, which is a one-on-one call. At the time, it costs about $500. Yeah, $499. It now costs much more than that. But at the time, it was on sale for $499, and I got that as well. Some people looked at other options, but they just didn't purchase it. Now, why did this happen on this weekend? And why do I know the exact amount of money it was? It was $167 per course. The course is normally $299, but what I did was I went online, I went on YouTube, and I made a very specific type of video. So first, I had a course. This course is extremely valuable. It doesn't mean that it has to take you years or months to put together. Please don't do that. It took me a few days to put together, and it is very valuable. The most important part is not how long the course is or any of that. The most important part is, does the course help someone get a transformation that is clear? Do they go from having some sort of pain point, not being able to do something, to being able to do it if they were to take the course? And remember, most people buy courses but don't actually take them. So you're better off having a shorter course that gets you faster results than having a longer course that takes you longer to create, because it's just going to be vanity. It's just like, oh, I did this, rather than it actually helping. So what your course length should be, whatever length it takes, long or short, to get someone a clear transformation that you have claimed in that. And over deliver anytime you can. I will show you now how you can see exactly what the video was. If I can find it, I will show you that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me a second. I'm going to just look through it. So what I did is I made this video. I made this YouTube video. And the video was an exploding video, meaning one of those where you say, I'm going to delete this in X amount of time. And it was real. So I said, I'm going to delete this video. Come here to get a big discount on my course. Then when the video opened, I explained to everybody that the reason I was excited and the reason I was doing this is because um, I had reached 167,000 YouTube subscribers. Now you're saying to yourself, I don't have 167,000 YouTube subscribers, so how do I do that type of video? Well, you think about any type of milestone that you've reached. Have you reached a milestone of any import? Anything that's important? So let's say you want to know exactly the script that I used and you want to even be able to copy it. I have that page for you. So this is one of the bonuses that you get when you join my Your First 5K membership. You get a 7-day free trial, and then you also get many bonuses, and this is one of them, which is the exact script. I explain it in this video, so you can click on that, and then I give you the exact script here. Now, if you wanted to, you could just like freeze frame this, pause this, and write it all down. I wouldn't do that, but you can kind of see what it was. I'm going to delete this video in a few hours, so if you're seeing it, you're getting a huge opportunity. But first, I want to show you something, and then I shared my screen. So I go on to tell you exactly what I did in my video. I give you the button to easily copy it. This is what made me 17K in 72 hours. And then I tell you how to use the script and how you could not necessarily read word for word, but you could find your own milestone. And then I say, hey, this is the thumbnail that I used that got lots of clicks. Do you want this thumbnail or something similar, but it's your face and body? I show you exactly how to do that, and for free. And the way you do that is with another one of my bonuses that I give you when you join Your First 5K for free for the first 7 days. And then after it's 7 days, it's only $50 after that. So for the full year. So this is just one of those bonuses. So I did that video, and the link below in the description is where you can join Your First 5K. If you're on your phone right now, which more than 50% of the people who watch my videos are on their phone, let me know in the comments if you're on your phone, just so I know. If you're on your phone, if you go to Arlan's, ARLANS, Your First 5K.com, it'll take you to the same page and you can join. Okay, so I made that video. It was on a Saturday night. I said, I reached 167,000 subscribers on YouTube. I can't believe it. Look what you've helped me do. To celebrate, this normally $299 course is only going to be $167. And because I had talked about the course in the past and people know how well I do on YouTube, so it matched. The conversation about the milestone matched what the course and the thing was about. So you think about how I'm doing that strategically. I'm telling you about something I did great on YouTube, and then I'm saying I have a course to teach you how to do something similar. And not only that, it's on sale for almost 50% off. It's for 167 to commemorate the 167,000 subscribers. So I said, not only that, but it's very limited time. So jump on it. So I did it for the first few hours and then I extended it for a few hours and then I took it down as promised and people still kept that link and they jumped in and you saw we got the 30 something and then the 40 and then the 39 orders and made $17,000 from a course that I built once. I did not have any other delivery that I had to do because it was all on Stan Store. I had uploaded it, it was all there. So if we go back to Stan Store and you can look here, like when you go in and you join, you go to my store and you just start building. You just start building, you add things to it. You can edit the design. My design is just one of a few they have. So you see like it'll show you on this right side how my store would look, I think. So let's go and see. Yeah. So if I want to have it look different, I can just go over here and see how it would look. This one's pretty cool. I might give that one a try. That's pretty awesome. I like that. Night view. Okay. And then you could do this, which is also cool. These are cool. I might just give it a try just to try something new. Just to say, what can I do that's different? Let me see. I'm gonna do that right here. I'm gonna save it. I can always come back and change it, and now it's been updated. Now I'll even show you. It was originally gonna be like this. This is how my stand store looks. And then I'm going to refresh it. And I don't ever know if it's immediate, but let's see. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Pretty simple interface, simple to learn, simple to use. And when you join, if you start today or something, don't put up 50 different items. Put up one or two items. Maybe you have a lead magnet and something you're selling. That's plenty to start. You saw that even though I made 17,000, it really was from one main item, one main thing. And that's really that focus is where you want to go. So then I have these different ones. This is a little intense. There's a lot of my face here. It's very intense, but I just, it's interesting. I don't know if it's easy to read or not. But I'll show you some of the things that I have. So I have this incredible sales course. So I'm showing you this not to sell it to you. I'm showing it to you so you can see the variety of what you could put in. So we have these courses. This one is with a partner. So Colin Yearwood and I did a sales course that is worth 5 grand and we're selling it for 499. And that's our take on it. But you could not only make a course on your own, you could say, oh, I don't know how to make a course, or that seems like a lot of work, or I don't know how to have, I don't have enough people coming to it. What if you were to partner with someone? And you'd have to work out that. I'm not going to tell you all the ins and outs of working out the deal and everything because I think that that's something that you want to do, but that's a different video. But what if you did and you partner with someone? Then I have like this offer of what I will do a review. That's just going to go away soon, by the way, this personal audit, because it takes a lot of work for me and it's not that it doesn't match the amount. So it's either going to go away or go way higher. But you see, I'm linking off to it. I don't, when you click on it, what happens? Oh, I do pay for it there. Can you pay for it here? Oh, you can. That's cute. So I have two different ways to do that. Sometimes I forget because I do a bunch of stuff. But here's one where it's not on Stan, but I'm using the Stan storefront to help me. And if you saw before, people actually, oh, look at that income, 107,000. I reached that. I reached that amount. Okay. So people actually use, let's see, let's do the full week that week. That was $21,000 a week. Let's see. Yeah, 108 people clicked on that 7-day free trial for your first 5K. And that's not sold on Stan. But because I had the eyes on the storefront, maybe you didn't pay for the YouTube course, or maybe you did, but 108 people in that week went to this link, which if you say, it says, doesn't say buy, it says click me. So I click it, it takes me to my school, which is where you can go right now and get the free 7-day free trial, right? 1.8 thousand members right now. And there's a 5-day challenge and all kinds of stuff, and people are making money. Okay. So that is what you could do. So you could have this lead magnet. You could also have a place where you go and send people to other places. I highly recommend having, I would say, no more than 4, like a block, 4. Maybe you have one item that you sell, one course, or all the things that I listed off to you, a PDF. Maybe you then have a free lead magnet, and potentially you're linking off to your school. Okay. But what I don't want you to do is get overwhelmed by it. When you join your first 5K, you go into the classroom. You're going to go here first. You'll see this. If you want to know how to get this cat up here that plays music, there's a post about it. Just do this. Type the word cat in the search and you'll see it. Then go into the classroom and then scroll down to the 8 Hormozy bonuses, because this is like transferring over from some bonuses that I gave away last week. And then all you do is click visit this page and it'll take you right into the bonuses. One of the bonuses, let me show you another bonus because I think it'll help you with this, is, where is it? Well, I know for sure one of the bonuses is this customized GPT. That is, I trained it using Hormozy's money models, which everybody's been talking about, using my money models and combine. So it says design powerful offer sequences that maximize your cash flow, boost conversions, and fund your growth fast, based on insights from Hormozy's book, $100 million Money Models, and curated by Arlan Hamilton. Learn to monetize smarter starting day one. And then you just click on one of these 3. Design a money model, pardon me, design a money model that generates cash. Let's go. Look what it does. It's like, okay, cool. Let's build a money model for you. And then it just goes. It says it takes Hormozy's framework by Hormozy and then Arlan Hamilton's strategic adaptations for online business. And then it just tells you some stuff, and then you can talk to it, and sometimes it'll ask you questions and da 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 da. Do you want a version tailored to your niche, offer, audience? Let me know your current product or goal, and we'll craft your custom sequence. This again is the customized Chat GPT thing that I trained, and you get it as a bonus for being a Your First 5K member. And there's some other bonuses there that are awesome. So when you think about your Stan store, and make sure you're subscribed to this channel. I forgot to mention that. If you don't subscribe, you may miss out on notifications when I have more videos. And if you've made it this far, that means that you're getting something from this video and you want to be subscribed. And it helps me too. If you subscribe, it raises my subscriber count, which gets me in front of more people, and that's always good. When you think about your Stan store, I don't want you to get distracted if you're already on that path of, okay, I'm doing a school membership, I'm doing YouTube. Now, do I have to open a Stan store? Do I have to do this, that, and the other? Have to make a course? No, you really don't. You don't have to do anything. This is for people who they feel like it's not overwhelming and they think, hey, I have some sort of digital product that I might want to put here. You could put that same digital product, by the way, inside of your school classroom and just charge people for it. Because when you add a school, I'll show you what I mean. When you add, let's say I'm in the classroom and I'm going to add something because you get all this stuff. So say I wanted to do a new course. I could actually say, instead of it being open like the other ones are private, but you have to upgrade to annual, I could say, this is inside of school. I could say, buy now, And then I could say it costs $27 and and it could be, I put something in there. And people can actually get commissions on it. So there's a whole thing. There's a whole kind of really interesting thing you could do that. I'll do a separate video about school. I also have you also get as one of your bonuses, this is so much, right? But as one of your bonuses on that list, I'll show you if I can find it. Did I find it fast enough? One of your bonuses, you actually get my full course about school. So it's like you get everything. And if you've already done these bonuses, you checked out these bonuses, let me know because I'm super excited about them. Let me know what your experience has been with these bonuses. And I just have a bunch of stuff open on my page here, so it's always a little hard to find it. But you do get quite a bit when you join, and you don't have to stay. You can leave. I would recommend staying once you're in your first 5K because the value is just out of this world. But if you don't, I think that what we've learned recently and what I've just been telling you for years is that if you can focus your energy in the same direction, you can become unstoppable. So when you look at these, don't get shiny object syndrome. Don't say, oh, well, I want to do that and I want to do that. And then say, well, it's also overwhelming. You get to make a decision right now what you want to work on. I've been telling you about bump sales and Stan and school and YouTube. I've been telling you about a bunch of stuff and like adding money models and all of that. There's a lot of stuff. But the number one reason somebody leaves a great membership is not disinterest and it's not the price. It is overwhelm. So I don't want you to be overwhelmed in this membership of YouTube, basically. Like we have a conversation going. You get to watch these videos for free. You get to learn from me for free. And I don't want to overwhelm you. I say the same things to my members. I don't want to overwhelm you. So this is what you get to decide. It's like a menu. It's like, oh, do I want to give this a shot? Do I want to have this? What is cool about Stan is that you could set it up like you saw with what I did. You could set it up once, like set up one product over a weekend, right? And you can kind of leave it because there's been weeks like if I showed you another week, there'd be like $200, $200 that I've made. Let's do another week. I'll show you right now. Custom, let's say, uh, well, that's 3,700. It's hard for me not to make money if I'm being honest because I've just learned so many things that I tell you. That's why I have so many videos because I have learned these things and I actually do them every day. But I looked earlier and there were weeks that I had, you know, just a little bit. Oh, that's 11. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop, y'all. Okay, if you made it this far, before we go, I'm going to say business. Business is the code word. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments. This is what I want to know. I want to know what about this video has helped you. If you have decided to go ahead and give Stan Store a try, or if you think, actually, you know what, I'm going to go over here and do school. I don't want to get distracted, but that's good to know. It's good information to have. Let me know a little bit about how you're feeling about things. Remember too that um, this is a long game. It's a mid game, a medium game, not mid, but mid. It's not overnight success. As much as we want it to be, it's not overnight success. Now, you could spin up the Stan Store and you could put up a product and you could reach out to some people. And we're going to talk just a moment about that. Like, how do I find people? You could do that and get a sale in 24 hours. It's possible. I've seen it happen before. But I don't want you to bank on it and count on it because that is just going to lead you to disappointment. I'd rather you get pleasantly surprised than to be unpleasantly disappointed. One way you can get people is let me just talk to the people here who already have an audience. You already have an audience. I talk to you every day. Like I get comments from people. People hit me up. I know who's watching these videos. It is a really interesting mixture of experience and circumstance. So it's not everybody here is not a beginner and just figuring stuff out. A lot of people watching these videos of mine have sold before. It's just that you need more tools and you want a little bit more of an edge in this game. And you're like me, where you're always experimenting, you're always figuring some stuff out, you're tinkering. And for you, you already have an audience. You're going to Stan has a way that you can put the pricing and then you can put the discount price and it'll cross out the main price. So mine is, for instance, the YouTube one course was $2.99. It's $2.99 retail. Should be a lot more. I mean, it's worth more. But then I put the X on it and it's now, when I did the sale, it's 167. Sometimes it's 199. Sometimes it's 249. You have you take a couple of days, you think about, you either survey some of your audience and some of your customers, or you just know based on what you know, or you do a little chat GPT work based on like questions you've asked chat GPT and knows a lot about you. So you say, based on what you know and the conversations we've had, what are three main pain points that my customers have that we know of? Think about, go through that list and say, okay, that's a pain point. They're having trouble finding new leads. What course could I create that would help them have a transformation? They go from this to that. What could I teach them? Very granular or more broad or both. And then you create this course. You spend a few hours on it because it's important. It's something of value. Nothing is overnight necessarily. You do it, you spin it up once. You set up your stand store. And again, your stand store will have you just uploading the videos and making the descriptions. It does it all within the stand store for $29 a month. You then have it on your page and you send out an email to your list or you send a few text messages. You get it in front of your group. You might even go to your school and say, hey, this is happening. I did that. I have a school. I didn't put it in the classroom. I wanted this experience for them. So I went to my school membership and I said, hey, this is what's happening over here. I have this sale going on. This is a YouTube video that talks about it, da 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 da. It's very time sensitive. So you could do the time sensitive situation, especially on your launch. When you do a launch, it's a great excuse to do a big sale and do that kind of attraction offer that Hormozi's been talking about is the first of 4 money models in his money model. So you do that traction. It's for sale. It's to kick it off, blah, blah, blah. You bring people in and you get some sales. You could also just have it in the background as something that people use. Now, one way, more advanced way that I've used it, that I'm talking to the people who already have the ability to sell, who have an audience, is that because I have these bonuses that I give these crazy bonuses when you join one of my memberships. One of them is a course that is on Stan. It is a valuable course. So because it's on Stan and you can buy it, giving that away as one of my bonuses to drive more people in has been very, very, very effective because they're like, I can see it on the store right here. They can't necessarily see it within school. So I can see it on her storefront on Stan. It costs X amount, but I get it for free if I just go over here. Okay, let me do that. Then I just have it set up where here's the code word because I can do a discount code. That's on the $100 a month. I don't think you can do that on the 29, but here's the discount code. It's 100% off because you got the bonus. And then it's all automated. They order it, they get the bonus. It's all said to them on a page. They go see. I never have to have an interaction that tells them all this technical stuff. So that's another thing you could do with the Stan store is you could make it where you have these things and it's the price anchor for something else that you're doing. Now, for those who don't have much of an audience, or you have been working in corporate for most of your life and you're kind of new to this is what most of my viewers are. They've been working for someone else for 10 years, 20 years, or even more. And now they're looking into the entrepreneurial world. They've been working on some things and they're just trying to figure it out. You're going to make sure that you know what you're offering. And you know that it's something that's a transformation. When all else fails, when you're stuck, think through what is the transformation, what is the clear transformation that my offer is making to people. You use my lab framework, which is what have you learned? What have you then applied? And then what have you benefited from? The same thing. Or someone else has benefited from it. You learned how to do hair, you applied it, and someone benefited from your skills. You learned how to be a caretaker, you applied that, and maybe those two things happened at the same time, and then somebody else benefited. These are like how you figure out, this is the quickest way to the ikigai, if you know that term. It's the quickest way to that is that lab framework. What do I know how to do? What do I enjoy doing? And what does the market want from me? Then you have these different levers. Now, inside of your first 5K, there are 2 5-day challenges that are on demand that you can go to right now. And whether you're already in it or you're just joining today, one of them, well, both of them on day one teach you how to get your offer. Both of them start with a deep dive and a chat GPT tool that I trained, both of them, to get you to your offer. So you have zero excuses of, I can't figure out what to sell. Then both of them going into, on the first one, the one that's the $100 offer, the 5-day challenge is our kind of our flagship one. I believe it's on day 2 that I teach you how to promote it. If you have an audience, I tell you exactly what to do. I give you scripts. I give you everything you need. And day 3 is where I tell you how to build an audience from scratch if you have no idea how to do it. 0 people that you like have in your world. And what you learn is that you actually do have some people, and that's a great place to start. On the other, like the other one that does the same, I think that's on day 4, like on the 5 days to 5K for YouTube and school, that 5-day challenge, that's day 4 where I teach you how to promote. And again, you can just extrapolate all these different gems. It's all there for you. I've been taking courses all week. I've been deep into Hormozy's like courses and books and stuff. And of course, a lot of this is stuff I already know, but I'm always going to be able to extrapolate something, some sort of gem, something that sparks the mind. That's what you do. So if you are having trouble figuring out what to sell on your stand store or your school or wherever you've decided to put your energy because you want to focus, I got you. If you're having trouble figuring out where do I get the leads, I got you. If you have trouble figuring out, well, once I have the leads, how do I talk to them? How do I promote to them? I got you. Both of these are in these 2-day challenges, 5-day challenges. And yes, everything I've talked about, except for the stand store, is all included in that, your first 5K. I know it sounds like a lot, like it couldn't be, but it is. Then, if you have trouble, like, okay, I have the audience now, I know what my offer is, it's transformational. How do I get someone from being interested to actually purchasing? I also got you. Then, if you want to know, okay, they purchased, how do I make even more money from the same customer while delivering even more value? What is that? Well, that's the compounded interest that we talk about inside of your first 5K too. And it is why so many people inside of your first 5K have made their first 5K online. And why so many of them have made $1,000 or $100 or $2,000. That's why 1,800 people are signed up to it. And it's why, tons of people join every single day. So your stand store, what is your stand store going to have on there? I don't know. This one's kind of wild for me. I like it. I like it. It looks like candy. So I like it. You see my one-on-one call. I said it was more expensive. It's 2,000 now. VIP day is discounted at 10,000, but it's all on there. I've had a lot of book calls. I haven't done the VIP day yet from here. This also clicks off to another page. Like this clicks off to my prompt shop where you get, when you join your first 5K, you get $30 total in credits to this, by the way. I know it sounds crazy because you're only paying $50 at the end of the day and it's free for 7 days. And this just says you build your own stand store. This takes you to my YouTube channel right here. So you can just, you see how you can link off to things. It's taken a while. I don't know why it's taken that long to get there. Maybe it's a little broken. This, you can even put a video up. Oh, I see. This is not to my channel. This is to my studio. Oh, I need to change that. No, no, no. I want that to be to my channel. I just want to make it to my channel. Let me go in here and see if I can do it really quickly. I'll do it right now. So that's going to be right here. I'm going to change that to it'saboutdamntime.com. Did you know that you could type that in and get right to my channel? I'm going to do that. You see how fast I was able to do that? Now, I don't think it happens immediately, but we'll see. Usually it takes like a minute. Oh, it did it. It's been doing it so fast recently. Okay, so let's see what happens. Oh, maybe I need to do this. Let me go back. See, go back into the channel. Maybe I need to do this. It's about, oh, I put an extra E in there. About damn time. Publish. Let's go back. Oh, it's still on its, it still has that E at the end. But this is what it would go to once it updates. It'll go right into my channel. Right before I was going to talk. Okay, so let's do it one more time just to close the loop on that. I changed it pretty quickly. It's going to take a minute. Remember I said it does take a second. So it'll do it though. If you go to it, you can see that it's updated. And people are going to click on it. So the more people you get to your stand storefront, the more people have a chance to see what you have. I'm actually going to edit the design because it's kind of bothering me now. So let's see what other options I have. This is what it used to be. That's really on brand, right? So maybe I'll change it back to that for a second. I'll change it back to that for a moment. And you can also, when you do these, you don't actually have to do them um, as this big call out. You can do it as a button. You can do that. You can do it as even a preview. So it has even more information there. Yeah. So when you do it as a preview, it actually shows the first few modules, like the words. It's pretty cool. So I'm always going to publish to go back to where I was. Landing pages is really cool too. When you get into Stand Store, check out landing pages, do some research on it. It's how I do A/B testing. So what landing pages are basically is you have your storefront, which you just saw, but you can actually make an entirely new separate landing page for a product. So it's on its own and it's not part of the Stand Store. And that way you can duplicate what's on the Stand Store if you want, and then have it somewhere else and A/B test. Does it get more sales while it's on its own? People can focus. Does it get more sales if I make it $10 less here? Do A/B test pricing. There's different things you can do, and that I've used a lot. Let me know if this has been helpful for you. If you want more videos just like this to help you make more money faster, let me know.